For small and medium businesses, when looking for cybersecurity insurance, the first thing you need to understand is how much money would your company lose over a certain amount of days. Understanding what the average cost of cybersecurity or a cyber attack would be. So that way you have an idea in mind of what you're going to need or what you ideally would need. And then also working with somebody that knows and understands the security side when it comes to answering those questions from an insurance provider, making sure that if you are sitting there, an answer is going to be a no, can you fix that? Can you go out and implement something today? And that would allow you to now say yes on the insurance form. Also, as you're implementing all of these things, you need to make sure they actually work. Just because you've installed a tool on all of your computers doesn't necessarily ensure that that tool works. Having some testing, having somebody come in and tune those solutions to make sure they work properly in your environment is very important, especially with maintaining your security or your cybersecurity insurance as well. The cybersecurity industry is sort of built on this big bubble where we have people that are spending the money and insurance companies are paying out. But eventually, I fully believe that unless some changes happen at the government level, I see that a lot of insurance vendors may get out of the cybersecurity coverage game just because they don't see the profit in it. Insurance companies aren't there to help you out of the goodness of their heart. They're there to help you because they have shareholders that want money. My little anti-capitalist stab there. Biggest advice I can give when it comes to choosing and negotiating insurance, and really this applies to any insurance, is understand top to bottom what is going to be covered and what is not going to be covered. Because in security, we often say it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So the likelihood that you might have to activate your cybersecurity insurance is there. And understanding what is going to get covered and what won't will make that process a lot easier for you. Also, if you know that a particular thing is not covered, then you can double down on your efforts to protect from that event. If you had an insurance company say, we won't protect against a ransomware attack, try to do everything in your power to prevent or minimize the effects of that ransomware attack, where it's maybe one machine is taken offline versus many machines. Your cybersecurity practices inside a company can and will affect your cybersecurity insurance premiums and claims. Just like a car. If you operate a car or you add parts to a car to make it faster or even in some ways less safe, you are impacting the potential of your premiums, impacting the potential of your claims. Anyone who's ever gone from, say, a family sedan that's a boring beige color to a red hot convertible two-seater, your insurance probably went up greatly. As a company, if you are going from having very strong security and maybe having less security or maybe having been impacted by a breach already, you will then find your premiums have definitely gone up. You may find yourself maybe being able to make one claim and then finding out that you've been dropped after the fact. One way that you can leverage cybersecurity insurance as part of your overall security strategy is when you are working with your own clients, or if you are a vendor for a larger company. One question that may come into play is, do you have cybersecurity insurance? And will it cover an event if it affects a third party? If we took the Target cyber attack, for example, that was actually caused by a heating and cooling company who got breached, and the attacker then was able to get into Target's systems. If their insurance didn't have anything to protect that company from causing a third party to be breached, they'd have been completely out on their own. Having the insurance will give both your customers and the companies that the bigger companies you're working with, will give them both some peace of mind that, hey, they're taking security seriously, and they also have put in some things in place to try to fix it when things do go wrong.